again with Cloud9, not always doing it when you expect them to.
Yeah, they're going to have to do it the hard way. They're going to have to do it on a third map. And for Complexity, well, maybe there's going to be some NA representation remaining in this tournament. If they can pull this off, Liquid are gone. Complexity will have eyes on them. I'm sure the home fans will be looking to see if some of these players can make it further in the tournament. Elimination on the line. And the winner still has one more series to play to make it through, but that's ahead of them. Right now, they're focused on this map. nafany going to pick up the flashes early. A big B stack available for Cloud9. Complexity, though, pretty quick up through A here. Axel's had to fall back instantly. And he might call for a rotate, but Complexity still remaining undecided, finally moving up through bathrooms.
And nafany on the third attempt will spot at least one player, a flash behind him as he looks to press forward. Look at these kills. Buster with the USP. That flash was glorious. Complexity apparently never saw it coming. Almost a complete wipeout at the front of that bomb site. nafany dies for his troubles, but what a great effort from the squad.
That's the way to do it. The flashes initially were meant to be set up in case there was a monster rush. But even when rotating into A, he finds a way for that flash to have impact. Allows himself to swing. You don't get a flash assist when you flash assist yourself in the kill feed, which is a bit of a shame. I feel like you deserve it. And what a start for Cloud9, starting as they mean to go on. Complexity will go for the force up of their own, though. And a fight given to them through Monster. Not one that's going to work out for them, though. Sonic chunked down low early.
If I'm not mistaken, some of those Cloud9 players finished the round with untouched Kevlar, so they get that cheap helmet, which, if you get a kill, certainly allows you to lean into an M4 rather than an SMG. You've got to throw away later. Hobbit could be in some trouble here, trying to spread the wealth with his M4, but that's been lost. The bomb's been dropped. nafany's got some more work to do, running low on bullets, but they're in already. Might have enough. He might just have enough. Apparently not. Buster will trade, though. 2 kills, no blood for Complexity. I think Cloud9 will be content with that.
Especially when you lose the M4 so early. Got to make sure that those players with the FAMAS are able to hold it down. And they do a good job of fighting together there. I think once the bomb gets dropped on short and that short player gets dealt with, it's a little easier for them to handle the players that are just out through Monster. Some fast-paced rounds from Complexity, not going according to plan early. And so they will have minimal investment into this one. Oh, and there could be nades coming their way here. Or maybe just the MP9 of Shiro. Wants to make some money to get that AWP out ASAP.
Would be nice, wouldn't it?
Just giving him nothing. Absolutely nothing. No
Let's
damage.
see a hop on the tunnel. Tunnel? On the tube.
Tube.
Pipe. There we go. English. My first language. Nothing to lose here for JT. Again, it's about the long game. Anything you can squeeze out of this would be great. Getting close to a kill here, but they're going to punish the reload, it seems. Patience paying off for Cloud9. They won't lose a single player. 3-0 start then as the buy round comes in for Complexity.
Nice clean start for Cloud9. And Shiro has indeed gone straight for that AWP. Talked about him in the pre-game, and here he's got a B spawn. So normally the AWP will always play towards bathrooms, but you can just go for that B play occasionally. It's good to switch things up with the sniper. That's what Shiro's going to do here. He's going to start out towards B instead. So Axar will be playing solo A. See if that comes into play in this round. Axar's going to play pretty safe towards A. We'll start falling back. Meanwhile, there is that AWP of Shiro. Unexpected on B short. And Floppy gets dealt with because of it.
Establishing presence towards long complexity. Shiro's on the rotation though. Trouble could be ahead. Flashbang to take the angle, but it's Exile who have a quick look. Won't see much of anything. Now they all understand that there is presence there. Quickly hopping up onto Exile's head. Will Complexity be ready for this? Oh, the flick to the right-hand side. Shiro able to escape. Not sure if he saw one or two. He didn't see the bomb though, which is further back. 45 seconds. Still options available to Complexity. They lost their lurker towards short B, of course. 35 seconds on the clock as Exile and Fang wait to engage each other. Oh, that's perfect lineup for Exile. They haven't checked it properly. That'll certainly help. How do Complexity press forward now into a crossfire? Such an awkward engagement for them. And Exile will take the fight to them with the big swing traded. nafany to clean up. They'll be content with a clean sheet.
This looks much more like it from Cloud9. Their stars really showing up here. Shiro taking that spawn, that decision to go to B early, and then just not clearing Exile is so costly. He nestles in that corner in a really cheeky position and gets away with a triple on that A site hold. And now we've got 3A from Cloud9. They're really playing a dynamic CT setup right now. Shiro looking for that pick, but not able to find it, and so he will fall back. Only the pistols against you here, but Hobbiton Connector, he's got to be careful he doesn't lose this AK. And oh, those tags helped him so much. Oh, such a good idea.
Left just at the right time. Awkward angle for Exile versus the headshots. Shiro needs to play the distance now. Even if he is to go down, he wants to protect the weapon. Or he'll just go and kill everybody. That also works. Down to the pistol now as Hobbit comes through. 4 survived. They're building nice money. Hobbit's got 11k in the bank. So this is an extremely healthy situation for Cloud9. So early on Overpass. This just compounds the work that the T-side has to do to get into this game.
Definitely makes it very difficult. Especially because I felt like Complexity were doing a lot of work on Ancient by keeping Cloud9's economy low. Really helped them throughout a significant portion of that map. And haven't really had the same team effort from Complexity in these early stages. A couple of players down towards 1 or 0 kills. So a timeout needed. Overpass is probably the most CT-sided map we have right now, according to the numbers. But you still need to get some T rounds on the board. Say 5 or 6 would be a good thing to aim for right now for Complexity. But that is a long way off. Let's just start with the first T round, because I'm sure what they'll be thinking.
Buster hasn't died yet. Sonic, JT, and Floppy have a combined 1 kill. So progress is very slow for Complexity. Have a look at this for really proactiveness. Buster shows the barrel of the gun. That's enough information for him. No response to that. nafany will head over towards A. And it takes time to clear all these angles of the CT side. They've got so much shadow advantage in different choke points as well. So you could take risks like that. I think Overpass is a great measure of how much depth a team has. Really nice to see where a team is at by looking at them play this map. Depends on the opponent, of course, but have a look at Hobbit popping out at the right time. Complexity with some troubles here. Exile from behind the smoke as well. Some dirty tricks here. Dream is collapsing for Complexity. JT and Floppy remain on 0 and on the floor. What do you even do now? 2v5. 500 HP Cloud9 versus the remaining 2 of Complexity. Again, Sonic hoping somebody gives him a shadow, a warning. but there's no reason to. The bomb is surrounded, the objective, and the time is running out.
Cloud9 have good money themselves. Might consider hunting here. I reckon they've got a good idea that Complexity are in these long bathrooms. Sonic hits the one shot. They're about to get close range. Second connected. He will stay safe. Cloud9 wanted to commit 1 or 2 players there, but didn't want to lose too many. So Complexity live to fight another day. But I love that connector setup from Cloud9. Having Axel in connector, but then Hobbit on B short there to help. It's really hard to get up through connector because Axel takes contact and then Hobbit can just spray the smoke and it's such a tight choke point. Worked out really nicely. Complexity 6-0 down. Couple of players still on 0 frags. Floppy wants to change that. Barreling into short.
Love how early this boost is, and it proves fruitful immediately. Such a fast 5v4 for Cloud9. We're not even to a minute 30 yet. And the numbers are not equal. You can see Fang moving around the toilets, heading into Exile's direction. nafany's been dropped in the meantime, so might be a chance for something here. A lot of util for Cloud9. They've got 3 smokes remaining as we head towards the minute mark. Exile not going to sit around and wait, and the lurker has been removed. That's all the information known now as they move through those shadow angles again. The 2-man setup is broken, though, by Complexity, who forced their way back into this game. Suddenly finding themselves in a 3 versus 2 as Exile crouch peeks and delivers. I thought he was done for. Apparently not. They know where all the players are. Sonic saw a foot, but he is blind. 42 seconds. They know where both these CTs are. Re-peeking again to get domed. Such a back and forth affair. But this is a lightning fast 7-0 for Cloud9.
Axel looking so sharp as well. The way he's delivering these kills, incredible. Buster with the boost for the opening kill. And then this was the refrag. That is crazy from Sonic. Hitting the wall bang. Had a good idea that nafany would be spamming from that position. It's a pretty common one. But even when Complexity get a couple of kills into the site, it's not enough for them. Second timeout taken. Complexity haven't picked up a single opening kill so far. Every round, they've lost that first fight. Makes it very difficult to come back into the round. The scoreboard speaks for itself.
It really does.
Floppy,
It is
JT,
rough.
Fang struggling.
I thought they were in for a chance when they broke that setup on the B bomb site. But the advantages didn't last long. Buster has died. I would like to announce he is 7 for 1. Shiro also with 1 death. We expected him to be strong. I feel like he's even stronger at the moment. Floppy 0 for 7 at the moment. Fang and JT both 1 for 7. It is a tough task on Overpass versus Cloud9. First 2 maps were 8-7 at half-time. One way or another. I'm not so sure that this one will be close at half-time.
Complexity look like they're just waiting for that aggression that Cloud9 have been running. But I mean, you just saw the flash from nafany was on point to set up Buster for the opening kill. And now they will just try and use their range advantage with the rifles. Smoke might be beaten. Flash is on point again, though. Allows Hobbit to hold this angle. And Hobbit hungry. Oh, man. Sprays 2 down in the choke point. Nothing going Complexity's way in this one. Floppy's got 34 ADR and still 0 kills or assists. That's a shame. It's not going to change here either. Shiro hits the shot. Nothing Complexity can do in this one.
Well, all that confidence I was talking about coming into this one has surely dissolved. 0-8. Buster and Shiro racing to see who can have the best KD by halftime. Fang, JT, and Floppy currently racing to see who can have the worst. But hopefully that turns around, because we want to see a competitive final map. Cloud9 will take a timeout, perhaps absorb the information they've seen so far and try to identify what complexity might be going for here.
This can't be how the final NA team goes out of IEM Dallas. That's what I'd be saying. Although, honestly, with how the NA team seem to have performed, maybe it could be. It's not been their tournament so far. Still got Twists alive on FaZe for the region. But Complexity need to turn things around now. Let's see what they can muster up off the back of a time to talk to their team, to talk things through ahead of this round. 3A again. Cloud9 continue these different setups, making Complexity uncomfortable. Shiro's in connector this time, and that molly will force him back.
Still a rough corner to turn. Easily avoids it. Great flick from Shiro. And the rifle support he has is scary. Complexity looking to split the speed bomb sites. In the meantime, smokes towards the balcony. Buster dropped. nafany will bring Floppy to his knees. JT now moving forward. He's seen the back of nafany. Down he goes. Shiro's posted up already on the B-bomb site. Oh, that was close. He gave someone a haircut there. Molly into the smoke. That'll be a waste. Running distraction as there are not one but two flanks coming. Sonic looking with the AWP. Exile biding his time for the time being. But who starts to poke first? Exile run distraction. Does he peek from behind the dirt? He will, and Sonic will deal with him. 6 frags for Sonic. That bomb is ticking. Only Shiro has the kit. I think it might be time to disengage here. Hobbit looking to collect Sonic on the exit, it seems. But which way will he go? And make sure there's no sneakiness towards the end. AWP's been taken away. They'll keep it expensive for Complexity, but they're on the scoreboard.
And Cloud9 have so much money that they were willing to just stick around there. Even losing the AWP won't be the end of the world. But a really good comeback into this round from Complexity. I was a little surprised nafany just didn't seem ready for the players to have pushed him from that other side. It's just laser focused on the other angle. So JT able to come in. And it was a nice quick response from Complexity. As soon as they realized there was that heavy A stack in play, they got to B quickly. Need to see more of that from them here on this T side though. Axel thinking about moving into connector. He has enjoyed that position. They'll just stick around on the bathrooms this time. Never easy getting up connector. Spams are always scary. This is some good early map control for Complexity. This is more like it.
Buster not going too far. There are lasers pointed in his direction. Whole team is here for Complexity. 2 smokes, 2 mollies. Eat the flash on short B, but don't fire the gun. So there's less info for Cloud9 to play with, but he will have 3 defenders here. nafany, what a snap from him. Trying to avoid a potential flash. They're in trouble now in the water. nafany covering from over the top. Those high flashes come again, but will they come in time? No. nafany and Buster go down. Exile and Shiro remain 2 versus 2. Someone's got to plant that bomb. There's a molly being thrown to the site as well. Sonic's the high health man to plant it. JT looking towards Monster. Sonic is down, as is JT. And that is the round over. 9-1 for Cloud9.
Don't think Sonic quite realized when that Heaven smoke was fading, because as he planted, it started to fade. That Heaven player spotted him. Sandbags don't really give you enough cover to not be spotted by those players from above. As you said, great kill from nafany, and he just gets back. That was so important, because that's what allows him this second frag. JT comes in and does his best, but see Sonic just exposed in the open. And so Cloud9 able to recover. Complexity starting to get a better opening in these rounds, but even when they get into a winnable position there, they're not able to close it. Looks like Shiro had that mid spawn. Was thinking about fighting. Decides to sit back instead.
Exile sees so many players. That is terrifying. But when you've got Shiro in the hole in the 6th, that's certainly going to help. Got footsteps as well, but how long does he commit to this position for? Looking for players coming around the back, and he'll find 2. Great patience from Shiro. Floppy and Fang in the clutch then. Footsteps can be heard by Buster. That's half the info. He'll hear Floppy going upstairs. That's warning for nafany. We'll see how he plays off of that information. Looking for a long player, but they hold around the toilets for now. Hobbit's on the flank as well. And Buster moves closer to that rotation. Convinced it's an A play, and they're not wrong. What part does nafany have to play in this one? Look at these retake positions. Hobbit looking in connector. He doesn't know if they've gone short B or not. There are no sound cues on the bomb site just yet. They're looking for these CTs. They've got to be around here somewhere. If they don't find anyone here, do they go towards B? They're going to find Buster. But which way do they go? Is it A or is it B? nafany moving back towards the A bomb site. Hobbit still in connector. 29 seconds on the clock. Big flash. No fire from nafany. That's important. Fang, 25 HP. Does he make it off the bomb site? nafany edging forward. Oh, Fang. Down he goes. Where is Floppy? 1 versus 2 for Floppy. There's a kiss on nafany. Smoke on the stairs. Floppy by the truck now. Got a good angle. Down goes nafany, and Hobbit will clutch it for the team. Pick up the defuse kit, and it's double figures for Cloud9. Still just the 1 round for Complexity.
Complexity really gave it a good go there. The decision to move through A was a smart one. As you said, they realized there's no contact, so let's just try and catch a rotator. Let's see if we can get some of these players that might be sitting passively instead. It got them into a winnable position. Initial portions of these rounds are looking better from Complexity now. They're finding trades early. They're at least keeping the round competitive. But Cloud9 negotiated the 2v2 really wisely there. nafany just waits for Hobbit to arrive so that he can trade. Spacing ends up being solid for them. And so even though Complexity is starting to bring rounds close, it's still only 1 on the board for them. And they need rounds right now. More than anything. That's not the start they needed.
Some risk-taking from JT. Kitchen sink being thrown by Complexity. Five on 3 now as Exile repositions. Shiro, 13 for 2. Overpass proving to be very difficult for Complexity versus the likes of Cloud9. 3 versus 5. Solical flashes teammates in. 1 more flash to go. There it is. Buster will still deliver. Grim round the pillar. Sonic to drop. Bomb on the floor. And now Grim's in the clutch. 1v4 made 3 as nafany is dropped on the balcony. Too many angles. Too many man on road. Just the 1 round for Complexity.
And still 0 opening kills for Complexity throughout this entire half. They've always lost the first fight. And yes, sometimes they've been able to trade quickly, but in this round, you see that was not the case. It was a clean 5 on 3. Buster playing behind the pillar because Shiro was pushed on short. And there's nothing else that Grim can do. I gotta say, one of the things I always enjoy about Overpass is you oftentimes do get your AWPer, who is going to be the star on the team, playing with the star rifler on that A site on the CT side. And Exile and Shiro have been dominant on that A side of the map so far. Really fun to watch that dynamic play out between them. Exile has been switching things up too, sometimes going into connector, really proving a real nuisance on this map.
An avalanche of rounds for Cloud9. Complexity have run out of money. Even a bomb plant would give them 4,200 if they lost the round with their max loss bonus. But that is not happening either. At least then they could essentially buy every round. Not even getting that far, but maybe a round with high variance and randomness could yield something.
Damn.
Went to the well one too many times. More than one even. There might be real opportunity here. There's only, well, I say only, 3 of these 4 players have got Kevlar. So they can take a fight. Perhaps not Floppy with 45 HP. Can certainly wide swing of a Tech 9 though. If they can bunch together. Someone takes a bullet for the president, but the rest create space with that. Then they might have a chance for a second round here. Every single round counts at this point. Round 13, only 1 in the basket. Starting to charge towards the side. nafany can hear them. 1 goes down for free. That's the information man, but he collects them all.
Solid spray. Hello. JT not able to take that opportunity. Hobbit gets time to get his gun out. A real team effort here from Cloud9 on the fragging front. Hobbit not too far away from double digits, joining the rest of his teammates. What a solid spray. That was Sonic spotting out that boost, but this is all nafany needed. Spray to the body on the first. Nice little jump for celebration. Sonic's got that AWP back out. He's been one of the shining lights for Complexity. And he can get anything going with it here, because it is a 3-man A setup. It's off a warning shot early. Shearer's pushed up long. Meanwhile, Buster's pushed through B short, and Floppy wins the fight. So finally, Complexity get an opening kill. Can they make the most of it?
That's an important kill. Look how far back it forces most of Cloud9, but perhaps they're comfortable with Shiro's position. When does he start to push forward? Does he have the sound cues? Does he hear that scope? He certainly hears that one. Starting to creep now is Shiro, but you never know if someone's holding the angle, especially around that fountain position. Sonic creeping as well. Again, that awareness from Sonic. Nothing is assumed. He's given Complexity of 5 on 3. Grim, though, will be dropped by a boost from Exile. That means that Complexity know there's maximum 1 person on the A bomb site with that boost. In fact, the answer is none, although Exile's going to try and make his way there. The money doesn't particularly matter for the CTs here. So they need to try and do what they can, but Sonic will continue to deliver. 10 kills for his squad, leading the charge in the fragging department at the very least. Only got 1 round to show for it, but they'll soon have 2. Perhaps an argument to try and save the AK.
I thought that flash was going to get him for sure, yeah.
Yeah, nicely done, Hobbit, but that was a fast AK shot afterwards.
So no AK carried over. It will be the M4s for Cloud9 into the last round of the half. And something for Complexity to try and work with. A second round secured. They can get 3, maybe win the pistol. Maybe there's some life left in them. Just dealing with that early aggression was nice there in that previous round from Complexity, not allowing Shiro to get away with his long play. And this time, Complexity set up outside A. Shiro playing long bathrooms right here. Now decides to reposition. Looks like Complexity very happy to take their time and slowly work the map, as is often the case on Overpass. Got to get that map control before you can do much.
Classic rifle support set up for an AWP hole. The crouch peek from JT, but look at Exile deliver. Shiro with the 3rd and the bomb. crippling complexity in the last round of the first half. Sonic still has his AWP. He'll hear the scope of Shiro. But how do you peek from this position? Great angle from Shiro. The bait is very nicely done, though, by complexity. On the reload, Sonic punished by the smaller magazine, leaving Floppy in the clutch. 1v3. 30 seconds on the clock. Support on the way for nafany. "20 seconds. He is fast running out of time. Off to the races, and he will be denied. 13-2. Cloud9 come to life in the first half of the final map. There's a lot for complexity to do after this break. The Mercenaries continue to have standout performances at Intel Extreme Masters Dallas, but Sonic's performance on Overpass is only good for 2 rounds as we move into the second half of the deciding map. This is a fight for survival. There is more work to be done, but maybe not for complexity. They are so far behind. They are at the mercy of the pistol round, surely. Thought those odds would be worse, to be honest. Perhaps they can turn them around. Well, that's quite a fight outside of Monster. Immediately a 3-on-3 in this pistol. Things are getting pretty wild as Axel comes in for another one. JT and Floppy remain then. Those Glocks combining like a Power Ranger Megazord.
Looks like Cloud9 just want to stick together at this point. You've got the advantage, and the CTs are spread. JT wants to play for info, but Cloud9 still holding this. They just go back. JT gets the perfect information. He's going to be beginning that rotate any second, and Floppy will reposition, try and play in an annoying angle. Let's see if Cloud9 can clear this properly. I don't know if JT will arrive in time. That's the issue. Floppy, he can't hit the headshot. Hobbit still commits to the plant, and Shiro keeps him safe. And so it's JT who has to work around this smoke. Not easy to predict these positions, but he spotted the first man. They're still both on the site here. JT has to reload. He still has that kit, so plenty of time. But how does he get these fights one-on-one? They're both so close together. They're both sticking side by side, and JT still doesn't know that. And Hobbit hits the flick. Cloud9 pick up the pistol, and now they are so close to victory in this series.
That plant from Hobbit was like a trust fall. Don't let me hit the floor. And his teammates delivered in that respect.
I don't know if JT will arrive in time. That's the issue. I hit myself. Hit the headshot. Hobbit still commits to the plant. I don't know if the stream here at 2. It threw me off.
14-2 then. Complexity on the force buy with double scouts. This is rough.
Ouch.
There goes one of them. Should be pedestrian for Cloud9 from this point. We have to be honest. Should be. We've seen teams lose at 14, but I can't see it happening right now.
I would tend to agree. Little switch out of weaponry. Make sure the high health player has the rifle. Sonic commits to the open. Both scouts getting caught in similar positions, really. And the rest of the players currently on B. I think they're trying a boost into B short, but there's no one there. So it will be Cloud9 with an easy access to the A-bomb site. Complexity here on home soil, trying to represent the region in Dallas, but doesn't look like they'll be making playoffs right now. They're about to be one round away from elimination. This has been a good bounce back from Cloud9. They lost their own pick here. So to come through on this third map and just dust off Complexity like this, definitely a good sign. Especially seeing those stars step up again on the Cloud9 side. And who knows, maybe it will have to be Cloud9 being the crowd favorites again. That's what we'll call them. I don't think we can call them a hometown team.
At least they can have fun with it. The crowd...
Yeah, man.
They can meme with the NA org, not NA team, so that's something.
I mean, nafany he's been saying in interviews it was like his favorite crowd to play in front of. It seemed like it really helped these guys. They really enjoyed that experience. So I'm sure they would love to get back there again.
Adopted team.
Yeah, man.
Match points. Many match points for Cloud9. A deflating game for Complexity thus far after some close ones on Inferno and Ancient. You can see the scorelines. This one is dramatically different to the first two. Nothing but 4 spies for Complexity. Last round was 2 scouts. This time it's 1. Pistols and MP9s are out. JT forced by the superior utility of Cloud9. Forced away from that connector position.
Hobbit trying to see if he can wallbang anyone who's gone aggressive onto B short. No one there. Complexity side though. So Cloud9 will think about the boost, but as soon as you slide off, you maybe second guess that.
I'm wondering if he was
through.
trying to bait them, suggesting that they didn't have presence in short B.
Yeah.
With that warbang. Nice flash, no response from Floppy. It's a very precise flashbang. Cloud9 not wanting to extend this, not wanting to make mistakes, but you don't want to overplay your hand. Time is of the essence now, or it's starting to be. 40 seconds on the clock. They're focused on the B-bomb site, and that is the read of Complexity. A dry peek from Floppy. Manages to escape. Same cannot be said for Grim. Floppy gets past the angle at least, but to no avail. Exile is waiting for him. Shiro versus Fang, tagged to 30 HP. nafany could be dropped quickly as well. Sonic's active with the Deagle, and there's time pressure to plant this bomb. nafany, Buster, and Shiro all so low, but still delivering. The Scout and the Desert Eagle remain. Down goes nafany. Can they stop that bomb plant? No, they can't. Spamming the smoke, has to go for the reload. Buster will stay above. Hobbit creeping forward. And that's going to be that. 16-2. Very strong on that final map. It was close all the way until it really wasn't.